Wow. Well, we talked yesterday about manna, and they found the manna. But also, as they were complaining, and they looked at the manna and said, "What is it?" "Hi, my name is Jim Sunderwirth. I'm coming to you from the swing here in my house. I'm all excited." Anyway, so there was another time when they were complaining not only just of the manna, but they were complaining to Moses about it was just kind of boring if he just had one thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Lord said to Moses, saying, "I have heard their complaints." I mean, Moses was doing his best, and here the people are complaining again, and this time they're complaining that they needed meat. And so God said, I have heard the complaints of the children of Israel. Speak to them, saying, at twilight or in the evening, ye shall have meat, and in the morning you'll fill yourself with bread. So God's diet was meat and bread. That's pretty good. That sounds good to me. I love good red meat, and I like bread. Sometimes it sticks too. But anyway, so here they had the meat at night, quails at night. God, the quails would come in. They had all the kind of meat they wanted at night, and we'll figure out later. Later they had the cloud by day to keep them cool, and they had the sun by night to keep them lit and warm because it's the desert. God just took care of it. And there's another place in the Bible where it says in the Old Testament that their sandals never wore out, their clothes never wore out. God provided their sandals. God provided their clothes. God gave them a cloud by the day, gave them the sun by night. And they gave him manna for the morning, and they gave him meat for the evening, and they still complain. Have you ever? I just don't understand. I just get messed up in this traffic every day. In my old car, I need a new car, and you get a new car, and all of a sudden somebody dings it, or you live in an apartment, and all of a sudden now you want a house, and you complain about the house, and then you get a mansion, and then you can't pay for it. I mean, you know what it is? We get ourselves all right. We do it ourselves. Here we are so blessed. We are so blessed. And so many times, instead of looking at our blessings, we look at our frustrations. Have you ever I know this is kind of funny, but I know you've experienced it. You walk up to somebody and inevitably you say the wrong word. You say, "How are you doing?" And it's a litany. They just take a dump truck, walk back up to you, and dump all the stuff they've been through lately. They've been sick, they got run over, they got a dog bit, they got this, they got that. And you look at them, and what does that do as a Christian? Here I am. Here's what I'm saying. What is this doing? Now, of course, they were very young. They were young in their faith, young in their experience with God. We talked about that. And so God was trying to teach them to do what He says to do, and they'll be blessed. But it's so crazy to think as people would be watching them and watching us and hearing us. I have heard people in church sit there and complain and complain and complain. And what this does, it dishonors God. It dishonors God. And sometimes God can't work through you because He's got to work on you. Because He has got to take that complaining spirit out of you so that He can give a positive joy in your life. The joy of the Lord is our strength. These children of Israel weren't walking in the joy of their Lord. Joy that God was providing their sandals. God was providing everything. It was a massive miracle. And they still complained. For in chapter 17, they got to a place again and they complained about the water, and to the point where God had to say, "Moses," it's right in 17. He said, right in 17, he said, "Go up ahead of them. And you see that big old rock up there?" He said, "I want you to just take your staff." Remember what the staff was? It was that God used in miraculous ways. He said, "Take that staff and smack that rock." He hit that rock, and he hit that rock. They were at Ephraim right then, and there was a beautiful place, but they had no water, and the water came out of that rock and just gushed down there. And they say there's still a stream there today. Anyway, those children of Israel, they were complaining. What happens is when you complain, number one, it dishonors God. Number two, sometimes it stops God from letting you go into your purpose. It slows Him down because He has to work on you, and then it cripples, and as it cripples you, it also affects the people that are watching you. So let's not complain. Let's not complain. Let's look at our day and say, well, it's maybe raining, but that's okay. It's refreshing, and thank you, God. And just say, Lord, walk in an attitude of praise. It says, Philippians 2, and I leave you with this. Philippians 2:14 and 15 says, do everything without complaints and arguing, so that you may become blameless and pure children of God, without fault in a crooked and depraved generation. People are watching. Let's be happy. And let's not complain, but let's be thankful. Okay? See you tomorrow. Ha ha.